Namaste and greetings, my beautiful souls. Today I want to show you a 5-card spread, which is very interesting because even though you only have 5 cards which you are using, a lot of information you can get from this spread. So, as most of us want to know about love and relationship, I am not going to attach this spread specifically to love and relationship, but I will try to read it from all the aspects, even though I try to do separately, but let me do this attempt. So, this is, for example, something happened, a situation in your love and relationship, a situation at work, a situation with your friend, a situation with your neighbor, a situation with your mother-in-law or your husband, doesn't matter. But these are the questions we are going to answer. Positive aspect of this situation, negative aspect of this situation, reason for this situation happening, unexpected things which will happen in connection to this situation, and advice to you, the decision which would be nice, would be positive for you to do what the cards will say. Actually, I want to do the first card. The first card is a reason for this situation happening. So let's go to it. Asking the spirits of fire, earth, air, and water, the guides, the keepers, the guardians, to give us the answers to our questions. To my forehead, to my mouth, to my heart. Using ground locks. Am I holding it in an upright position? Yes. The reason for this situation to happen. What is the reason? Card number 1. Now, positive aspect of this situation happening, even if it doesn't look this way. Card number 2. Negative aspect of this situation. Card number 3. Now, unexpected things which might happen in connection with this situation. Advice to you. Decision what you need to make according to this situation, so you can get the results which you are willing. Okay? Number 5. Let's go to it and see what is there. I have no idea. So, what caused this situation to arise? What is the reason? It's interesting. The reason is of this situation is a Queen of Wands. So there can be so many there can be so many things. The thing is that the reason can be you yourself, if you are Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. What it means, the reason is you. And the reason is you. The reason is that you are Queen of Wands, means that you are proud, you are bright, you are charismatic. So maybe someone argued with you because you too bright and they just don't want to see your brightness. But it can be you, it can be a woman who you had a conflict with, who is the Queen of Wands. Anyways, if we do not read this card as the person, as the significator of a woman, then we can read this card as a situation. So, the reason of this situation to appear, this conflict with someone wanted to be a leader, someone was very proud and very ambitious. So ambitions is the reason of this situation happening. Also, this is the card showing that someone, it can be you, it can be your opponent, wanted to be independent, wanted to have things done the way that person wanted things done. Could be you, could be someone else. Also, it's not something new. It's not the conflict, the situation which appeared out of blue for most of you. For most of you, this was already, happening. So you had issues with that someone who you are asking the cards about, who we are doing the reading about. You had issues. It could be you are the reason for the issues. It could be the Queen of Wands the reason of the issues, or it could be the things I have just said are the reason of the issues with someone. So we are in a conflict with someone because there are ambitions involved. Someone wants to be independent. Someone wants to do things how they want to do. Someone wants to be successful. Someone wants to be growing. Someone wants to be also noticed, so on. So this is the reason of the conflict. Maybe your man looked at Queen of Wands and you felt uneasy. Maybe he even flirted with a Queen of Wands and you told him, when you're next to me, you shouldn't be doing it. Anyways, it could be so many things connected with that. So take what resonates, whether it is your own wanting to prove something, to be independent, your ambitions, or there was someone else who interfered or who doesn't want to agree with you wanting to be independent or prove your point, or someone is trying to suppress you, or a third person interferes into your communication with someone else. So it can be many things. So this is the reason of the situation arising. Now, positive aspect of this situation. What is positive? Is there anything positive? Okay, yes, absolutely, because this this situation, this conflict you've had, this, or maybe it's not a conflict. It's I wouldn't I wouldn't call it a conflict, but probably it was a conflict, probably not. But the thing is that what's positive, everything is now clear. Nothing at all is hidden anymore, because the Ace of Swords shows that, okay, what was hidden, no longer hidden. You know exactly who you can trust, who you can trust not. You know exactly who is right, who is wrong, who is strong, who is weak, who has the strong willpower, who has not strong willpower, who is truly strong, who is not truly strong. Also, this is the solution. This situation brought you some solution to the problem or to the question you had for quite a bit of time. So now you know what to do. Also, it can mean that you, with the sword, what you do with the sword, you cut off of your life what is no longer your willing, what is no longer working. You have been brought to the edge. Further is further already no deeper. You need to decide. So this situation had brought you understanding, or who is strong, who is weak. Brought you really the highest level of your intellect, no more sentiments. You clearly understood something. You have decided something, and sometimes it can be cutting off because we have the queen here. It can mean, cutting off their communication with the Queen of Swords, or cutting off the friendship with someone of a fire sign, or cutting off the relationship, or coming out of relationship. For example, your man, you left to the car, you left your purse in the car, you're coming back, you seeing your man talking with another woman and being super affectionate. And this is already 59 times you see it, and you clearly understand suddenly that you don't want a man like this in your life. Or, for example, a man who simply doesn't keep to his word, and you just cutting it off because you clearly understand this is not what you want. So it can be all kinds of things. You can, it could be a friend who's trying to influence you, it could be relative, it could be a co-worker, it could be a sibling, could be anyone, it could be anyone. But this situation which we are looking into clearly showing us that after it happened, you know now what to do. You know what you want, you know what to expect, so on. So this is a positive aspect of the situation. Now, negative aspect of the situation. Negative is the King of Pentacles. Obviously, we are having some relationship here. Obviously, we are having the Queen, we are having the King, and we are having the Ace. To me, this is a story, hopefully none of you is in that story, but to me this is obviously one thing which comes to my head when I look at this card is a third party. There is a man, King of Pentacles very often comes as a married man. There is a woman who can be you or can be his wife. In order to be with you, he need to, because very often the Ace of Swords is the divorce. And clearly you understand now it's not going to happen, so you cut him off of your life. But this for little a bit of those of you who are watching now. If we are not talking about third party, then negative, we are having King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles, of course, usually a man who has a certain position a certain position in society, or it can be your, sometimes it's your husband, sometimes it's your father, sometimes it's someone who has a certain position above you, usually. So a negative is that King of Pentacles simply stays to his own opinion. King of Pentacles does not compromise. He's like he considers in a negative, when we see him as a negative position of the card, he considers that he is always right, that what he does is absolutely what must be done. It's a leader. He has quite a bit of life experience. Usually he has money, usually he has success. But in negative position, this is like a snobbish type of person. And very often it's, as I already said, it can be your husband, can be your father, can be your boss, because it's someone who is above you. So in negative position, unfortunately, we can see that this man, if you had a conflict with a man, definitely the truth was on your side. And you probably were thinking too good about this man. For example, you are a Queen of Wands, and you were thinking a lot of wonderful things about King of Pentacles, and you did not expect King of Pentacles to the situation to arise with the King of Pentacles would be like that, because how he could behave, I can tell you negative aspects of the King of Pentacles. It could be that he was maybe he was flirting with someone, maybe he disappointed you by being merciless to someone. Maybe you found out that he was not honest, he was not compassionate. Maybe you thought maybe he's in politics, and you thought he's very honest businessman or a man, and suddenly you found out that he was using not very, some shadowy thing, because you see the ace right here shows that something he was doing was hidden from you. It was hidden from you, and the ace of swords shows you that you found out something about this man, which absolutely made you, realize that you were wrong, and you decided that it wasn't someone I wanted to have in my. Again, it can be anybody. It could be that this woman told you something about him. It could be that this is you. It could be anything. But the thing is that King of Pentacles in negative position of the card, he did not behave honestly towards you. His non-honest behavior became known to you, and when it became known to you, you have decided that such people have no place in your life. Now, unexpected things which will happen. Very interesting. We have Judgment. So unexpected things which will happen can be so many. The thing is that we have King of Pentacles right here, who had done something not right, and you cutting off the King of Pentacles because of the Ace of Swords. This turns the whole thing upside down for you and for King of Pentacles, and probably for Queen of Swords. I am sure that if you are Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, then Queen of Wands, probably you. If you are not Queen of Wands, then it's another woman involved, or this is how I see it, because definitely we have Queen and King here, so we have to read them as people. But the thing is that Judgment completely turns the whole situation around, and things become positive for you. What can I tell you? You see, there was a situation here. The situation here, which I see in this card, it was something which was stuck. It was not developing, and plus there were things you didn't know which become clear to you, whether it is about job or anything else. So you decide everything is clear now, you know everything, you decide to cut it all off, or something like this. And the situation changes. The crisis is over. You are coming out of the swamp. You get rid of, plus you are doing it yourself, of so many difficulties. You coming out of the situation which was pressuring you, which was bringing you down. You didn't know what to expect. You didn't know what not to expect. You didn't know what to do. You didn't know what not to do. Changing of a situation, like a radical changing for better. The problems, the issues, the obstacles are left behind. So for you, this is gonna be unexpected. So you don't have to be afraid anymore. You are gonna be so-called on the horse, even though a lot of people are afraid of the card of the Judgment, because it's similar energy to the Death card. What does it mean? Ending of one situation completely renewal, because in Judgment we see that the earthly life is over for these figures and they are rising to heaven, and means that all the limitations of physical body is over for them. They are going to the spiritual realm. And as the meaning of the card, it means that the limiting situation is no more. Now you are unlimited. You know what you want. You know what you want not. You know who is your enemy. You know who is your friend. You know who you are. You know what you want to leave behind. You know what you want to do in the future. So now everything is clear, and now you no longer are limited. So it can, because of this, you clearly tell King of Pentacles or this woman, or both of them or one of them, clearly that you know everything what you want, and you are removing yourself from this complicated something which was difficult to come out, because you were entangled with lots of threads of things you didn't know, things probably half truths, half lies, this and this. You probably were stuck and tired because you didn't know something, and now you can move on and completely clearly understand what is going on. You're probably telling him, listen, if it's about relationship, listen, honey bunny, you know, now I know the truth, and a man like you has nothing to do in my life, and this can be completely different story. Now the King of Pentacles says, no way, I don't want that to happen. Excuse me. Now, Judgment, as we can see, is the major arcana here, and Judgment always brings changes. But there is something else. Whether it is about this king you had conflict, or this queen you had conflict, and a king had, for example, you had a conflict with your co-worker, and your boss, instead of telling your co-worker that she didn't do the right thing, is just an example, he says that you should have done it differently. And you say, excuse me, I'm not dealing with it. I'm out of here, because you are covering her because she's your niece, wife, neighbor, lover, whatever. And you saying, you know, not staying here. But this completely changes the situation. So the king says, you know, to her and to you, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Or if this is you, then tells it to you. But if this is about love and relationship, you know, I strongly believe that people don't change, but I read the cards. You know that I read the cards. The thing is that King of Pentacles did something wrong, whether to you or whether to you because of Queen of Wands. Again, too many variations. Judgment gives a King of Pentacles a chance to do the things right. And if he was wrong towards you, the King of Pentacles gets the kick in the butt, by a destiny or by life or by something else. And he decides to do things right. He realizes that he was wrong, and he does what has to be done towards you. He wants your forgiveness. He wants renewal of your relationship, but this time based on honesty. He wants to do things right. Again, whether it's about relationship or something else. Also, the Judgment is a card of karma, and means that all of you are karmically connected to each other, and all of you were owing to each other. So now the King of Pentacles not only is given a chance to do things right because he did them not fairly towards you and wrong towards you, or maybe he did them toward, maybe, you know, if it's a third party, I hope none of you are there, but if it's a third party, he did the wrong thing towards his wife and towards you as well. Because a man who is sleeping with two women, humiliating, disrespecting his wife, and humiliating and disrespecting you as well. Both. So he's wrong before you, before wife, before kids if he has them, and before the higher forces. He's not right. So he decides to do things right. Maybe before everyone, and he does what is right. Starts all new. Because judgment, it's like the old life dies and the new starts. And sometimes it can be connected with very fatal events in life. Maybe he lost someone dear, maybe someone got sick, maybe he got sick, maybe he experienced something which like shook everything inside him. So a lot of things can this mean. So unexpected, what you can expect, the unexpected, that he will want to do things right. And the last card. You know what, sometimes this could mean passing away of someone close to him. Maybe grandfather, you know, maybe grandmother, grandmother. Someone passes away, and because when we are being faced with fatal disease or losing someone dear, this can shake our world, and could be many things. Advice to you, rest, please. Very simple advice. You are exhausted, overwhelmed, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Please, you must rest. Give yourself a break. Take time out. Stop fighting at the moment. Stop fighting. Stop forcing the event. Stop standing against the whole world. Stop. You must now rest. Take a couple of days away from everyone. Get yourself in a bathtub with salt and rose petals, whatever. Isolate. Just step back and relax. You need time to rest, to think, to be with yourself, to bring back your physical, mental, and spiritual strength. You must please rest. So this is not a negative card. No. This is the card, not in this case. This is not a negative card. This is a card which tells you if you don't rest, you won't be able to see things clearly and you can make some mistakes. So please, day 2, 4, but please relax and rest, because you are so overwhelmed. You are so exhausted. You are exhausted mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and please, you must rest. This is the most important thing what you must do. Be with yourself, allow your soul rest, watch some beautiful comedies, nothing sad, nothing tragic. Take time out, away of people, away from worries, away from troubles, away from trying to solve something, save the world, so on and so on. This is the card which tells you, please, you need some peace. This is the most important what you need to do now. This, my beautiful souls, all about this spread. As you can see, only 5 cards, but how much information it is giving us. Of course, it's much easier to do. You know, like why general readings are so difficult to do, because there are, you know, each one of you has your own. story, situation, people you're dealing with, energies. And when I know specifically what I'm reading, of course I specifically can say what it is. But and I said, you know, if I did just the love and relationship, and would be easier, but I wanted to do, you know, multiple areas. So I hope you got your answer and I hope it was helpful. I will talk to you later. My gratitude to you. Namaste.